Hello, this is ZDs. Welcome back to another Mario Maker 2 video clearing more Uncleared 2022 levels. I have 5 for you in the regular style. We're going to go in order. And we are chock full of Japanese hot trash this week. Oh my god. All 5 levels, Japanese. All 5 levels, terrible. The first one, though, I do pretty dang well on. It's by far the best of the 5. It's just garbagey. It's pretty sure there's pick a path that I just avoided. I'll give it some credit for having a lot of power-ups, so it's really hard to fail, but there are areas where you could fall in lava, I assume so. But, a lot of stuff that I never even saw, so I guess there might be multiple paths. I get to a pipe and a dead end, I take the pipe. You know, I'd rather not, but whatever. I'm gonna get stuck in a section right here for in like kind of an endless loop for a couple minutes, because it's not that I couldn't figure it out, it was that I couldn't pull it off. And to the maker's credit, he does have a reset door. So you need to enter the door over to the right on the skull platform. So I have to activate it really quick and get ahead of it, which is not that difficult, but not super easy either. And then he's got these conveyors that, you know, I'm very terrible about looking at a conveyor and understanding which way it's actually going. Got pretty close there. I don't know why it didn't work there. I should have entered the door there, but it didn't. Like, it didn't register that I was holding up, I guess. And it takes me a few more tries. But yeah, if you hit that on the end and get ahead of it, but then you land on the conveyors and it kind of pushes you out of the way, and yeah, it's really just annoying. And it took me many tries to get this. But I mean, I would probably say that this is an expert level at best, because it's not that hard. It's pretty trashy, but it's not difficult. I'll spoil it here, but this is a one-shot. Pretty rare for me to one-shot a level. I would say that guy hits me right away, but I have a power-up, so I just let him get ahead of me. And he kills himself. And then I'm gonna go to the right here, and there's a key door. And I'm like, I don't have a key. I see a key up there. We better go get that key. And actually, that would have killed me. That would have soft locked me, I think. Although there's no checkpoint, so there's not a real soft lock. But it would have been pretty freaking annoying if I had done that. There's no reason to put a one-ways there. Oh, I guess I could have killed myself, so it wouldn't be a soft lock even if there were a checkpoint. Here's another place where I just lose my power-up, and I'm like, oh, am I screwed? But I go backwards and he actually despawns, thankfully. And that's all that that takes. And then this time I actually have to do the little run. This is a flashback to last week's Super Mario World level. But this one is very easy. And in fact, I get so far ahead of him, he despawns. He doesn't even get to hit that POW and die. Before I jumped up there, I had to make sure that I didn't need anything down there, because the last time I almost entered a one-way door. Basically, I would have got soft locked or died. I probably came close to dying several times in this level. I assume, I didn't look, but I assume this is a pick a path, and the top path is nothing, I can't go in there, and then the bottom path leads me to the end, and then there's a bunch of trash. I guess it's supposed to be a Mecha Bowzilla thing. But I have a power-up, so I take a hit, and I get the axe, so not that bad. As long as you have a power-up and can damage boost. It gives you a lot of power-ups, I'll give him that much. Anyway, and you know, my policy is if I can one-shot it, I will leave it a neutral, but that one was so trashy. I got kind of lucky in most cases that I didn't die, but I was not a fan of that level. But by far the best one of this video. The second level, the Super Mario Bros. 3 level, I did not one-shot this one. I died many times, but I'm gonna just do a clear, the clear, because this is a 5-minute clear condition level. And honestly, the fact is, there's only like 2 or 3 hard jumps, and everything else is really easy, so it's very tedious that you have to keep going through it, and then you die on the hard jumps. And I'm actually kind of speedrunning this at this point, because these part, I've been through this part ever. Yeah, there's a lot of, you have to make it to the end with a mushroom, is the clear condition. There's a lot of mushrooms, a lot of power-ups in this level, so it's not a big worry, but there's a couple of places where there aren't power-ups, and then there's just tough jumps where it's very easy to die. So far, so easy. This part is where the level starts getting really obnoxious with these damn bumpers. I lost my power-up in these saws a lot, but the fact is, if you don't jump, you just want to bounce, and it's pretty easy to get through it. This part, it's very hard to get through here without getting hit. But you don't want the mushroom up a little further anyway. If you got to this room without the mushroom, it was very hard to get through here small. But I did it a couple of times. This jump is not easy. If you were big, it would probably be not possible. But you would lose the power up, and then you could just go. So it would be pretty nice to get the power up through here. This room, I had never been to this room before. I was terrified that I was gonna fall in the lava. I reset the room because I thought something was happening. I'm not sure I quite understand what's going on, but there is a P-switch on a rail in the room above that will actually fall into this room eventually, but I didn't realize what was gonna happen, and I thought if I missed it, I was screwed, or I would at least have to reset the room. But yeah, oh, bumpers are the worst item in this freaking game, I swear to God. And if you want to annoy a player, I think I got pretty lucky this run. I didn't have any sound effect levels, but I have this. So a thwomp activates an on-off switch, and I think that the P-switch falls after the on-off switch get hit. I'm not sure about that. We get to the next room. There's P-switches. This is the room where the P-switch is at first. A bunch of POWs. I was trying to get the P-switch up, and I actually paused it at one point. I think I cut it out entirely, but I wanted to see if I needed to get that P-switch. There might be like a stutter. Anyway, I looked to see if I needed the P-switch. I don't need the P-switch. I do want to bring a POW, but then I mess up and I forget the POW. But a POW would be nice because there's actually a Bowser fight up ahead. And you've seen the Bowser in Super Mario Bros. 3 is the worst Bowser fight. It's just awful. He's so poorly programmed in Mario Maker. I don't know what the deal is. There's a spike climb here, and he gives me a bunch of POWs, and I can put the POWs down and use them as steps. So I don't have to take damage here, but there are going to be power-ups in the future. There's also some dangerous situations too, so having a power-up would be helpful. Trying to make sure that I don't jump too high and hit my head on those spikes. Yeah, I know what the dangers are. I have looked in the program at this point. I think I kind of did it to see if this level got a lot harder. I don't know. Or how much I had left of it, maybe. I don't know. Or if there were secret power-ups, too. I think I was looking for maybe hidden power-ups. There aren't any. There's no dev blocks, at least. And I get so excited that I see this bridge that I jump up here and I'm like, oh, crap, I wanted to bring a POW. I knew these sniper thwomps were here already. And I do boo this one. For pretty obvious reasons. The sniper thwomps are good enough to boo it. Obviously, if I didn't have the program on, I probably would not have seen them and got hit. This isn't a completely malicious level, but long clear condition levels are just so bad. They should never be made. If you're gonna make a really long level, put checkpoints in it. There's no reason not to, unless you're being just a jerk. I was a little afraid I was gonna fall on these two pillars and get soft lock. I don't think there was actually a soft lock here. Like I said, it's not a trolley level necessarily. My big problem is that the bumpers. But yeah, there's just some areas where like the jumps are so precise that it takes forever to get to them, and then you hit that jump and you miss it and you die, and it's just. But yeah, mostly yeah, I pointed out those areas. After I got past that one hard jump, I beat the level on that life. But yeah, this one took me the longest this session. It took me about 30 minutes, a little more than 30 minutes maybe. Here's the Bowser fight. Big Bowser too. He stuns me and I get hit. So I have the mushroom, which is a clear condition. I do get very lucky in this fight though. I'm trying to lure him over. He steps, but he jumps right where he needs to jump, which never happens with the Super Mario Brothers 3 Bowser. So I knew I needed a key. I got the key. And this is the end. He does have a little surprise here at the end. Mushrooms at the end too, so the clear condition is absolutely pointless. But there are also Goomba boots, Kariba boots, and they keep hitting me, and I almost die a couple of times. There's also apparently a super leaf there too, which I didn't even see at first. So yeah, it's just a bunch of trash at the end. Hard to die, but you could have, especially with all the sound of. There actually are sound effects in that room. I forgot about that. Very hard to see in that room sometimes. Awful tediousness with a couple of difficult jumps is what I wrote there. Yeah, what a trash. It's a trash level. I don't know. Not very well designed. Not very smart. But it is, you know, pretty brilliant compared to some of the levels we'll see in the future. This one was the easiest level. The Super Mario World one was the easiest level this video. It did take me about maybe 5 or 6 minutes. It didn't take me that long. I blew this one really quick too, and you'll see why immediately. You go in the subworld. First of all, blind drop. I just didn't hold anything, and he dropped me in the spot. Sniper thwomp, second one hits me. I assumed that there were going to be sniper thwomps that whole hill, but there aren't. And going uphill, you can't outrun them. So, yeah, I boo it pretty quick with the sniper thwomps. I don't forgive that very easily. It's just a cheap way to kill somebody. But yeah, once you figure that out, the next room is the only real challenge, and it's not even that much of a challenge. I'm only going to show you, I think, 2 attempts. The first time, I did die like maybe 3 or 4 times in this room. Yeah, there's just a bunch of Goombas. You see the bloopers down below are kind of swarming me already. They're coming up anyway. They're coming from under me, so they can presumably get me. I take a Goomba to throw at them, but I'm a little afraid that's not going to really work. The major problem here is that jump over the saw is a little difficult. So we're going to just cut right back to this room. The strat here is just to run. Just run. If you're going fast, those bloopers can't even make it up to you. And if you're at P speed, you can jump over these saws very easily. That's all it is. It's one of those things where if you took your time, it gives you more problems. You get a fire flower here. We don't actually need to keep that, but if we get into the room, this is the last room where the Bowser is. There's a clear condition if you didn't notice. Kill one Bowser. And it's a clown car fight, but he gives you a lot of power-ups. And it's a fire flower power-up, so it's very easy just to waste this guy. Power-up, the powered fire shots actually don't do as much damage. There's a little bit of skippage in that one because there's just so much shit on the screen. It slows my capture card down. Yeah, trash level. The new Super Mario Brothers U might be the trashiest level, but it's also kind of the hardest level. Also very short though, at least. So the Super Mario Brothers 3 one took me the longest. I think it only took me 15 minutes on the new Super Mario Brothers U level. I think the Super Mario World level only took me like 6 minutes, I think. But yeah, this one has a lot of tries, you'll notice right up front. 386, I think. And I give it many more. This is a very quick level, very precise. This is another one where I actually opened the program before I even started the level just to see, is this doable? And honestly, he's kind of cheating. I think the title is like 150 IQ or something like that. Is that even a high IQ? I don't even know. I think it's kind of high, I believe. I don't remember how IQ works. It's not something that people even use anymore. But there's a lot of quick movements on this one that you have to get through. He drops you the mushroom clear condition again. A lot of clear condition levels this round. But yeah, he gives you a mushroom right away. You just have to move forward immediately or you don't get it. There's a hidden icicle under the lava. You have to duck to get to this platform. And then there's only 2 rooms in this level. That first room, once you get it, it's not that hard. Getting through the claws can be a problem a lot of the time. I accidentally like this level too. I actually meant to boo it right there because the claws were really bugging the shit out of me. I died several times because I got caught in the claws. There's also a skewer under the lava right there. We'll skip to the second room just to show you. There's a skewer. I got crushed by a falling block at first. This room is very annoying because there's a lot of vine garbage. I was trying to drop off the vine, but I ended up climbing and taking damage. You don't want to touch the top vines at all if you can help it. That's probably the strat. You have to duck or go low. This jump is really tough. And then the next jump is super tough. We're gonna watch a whole run actually because this is the end. There's a ton more in this level that you'll never see. If you go through this pipe, you lose because the end is right here. Very, very difficult to get over there though. Oh, I do. No, I guess I didn't show the whole run there. I'll show the whole run right here, I guess. Yeah, that jump's very difficult. But the end is under that bridge. And I actually got to it one other time, and I ground pound the bridge to get to the axe. You have to do it in a very specific spot too, or you lose. But yeah, the axe is actually under the 2 furthest bricks to the left. This jump is so difficult to do. I did go back and leave a note on this one, by the way. And I also, if you didn't notice, I also wrote accidentally liked. I didn't want people to know that I didn't like this. Purposefully. Yeah, if you ground pound right on the last one, it works. But if you ground pound the last 2, it doesn't work. I don't know what the axe hitbox is. Maybe a little weird in that lava. But there is a whole bunch of other shit. If you go through that pipe, there's a whole bunch of other shit that eventually leads to dead end, and then you're screwed. So when I was looking at the program to see if I could do it, I noticed right away, like, oh, there's not much level here, so I could probably do it. It did take me, I don't know, like 30 lives. It took me a lot, actually. It was very difficult to get through that, yeah. Very precise movements, very quick. Onto the last level, the 3D World level. This one is really terrible up front, and then it's like he put effort into the second half, or at least the second half is playable. It's not a good level, it's okay. The first half sucks though. This is another, like, basically 2 rooms. He starts off with a bunch of Goomba spam, and the Goombas in 3D World have that, like, stutter thing, and they're bouncing off springs and shit. Very annoying. I thought about booing it right away. But I'm like, this isn't that hard. I did die a few times on these Goombas. Worst part of this level is right here. you have to hit this Koopa shell over and just kind of stay here and wait for a while. And a lot of these fish, these red cheeps get killed. And it's best if you just stay here and wait for them all to die, honestly. It's if any of them are near you, it's kind of a pain. I don't remember if I figured this out right away either. I think I'd go back and get a spring. Because I'm like, I don't see where to go. I must have to go up. Maybe. And I had wanted to grab a spring from the start, but the Goombas kept scaring me off. So we'll go back and get a spring. Thankfully, everything stays dead. Koopa disappears, and I'm like jumping up here, and I'm like, I don't see anything down there. And then I look at there's a pipe right below. The lava goes up and down, but it has to go all the way down for that pipe to be exposed, which is really annoying. So yeah, a lot of waiting in that first section. This is the second section. I very stupidly go this way. That's clearly the wrong way. I thought I could get over that P-switch, but you can't. You want to ride up the ant is what you're supposed to do. I did die to one of these guys' spikes at one point. Oh, this is hilarious. Goombas move weird in 3D World. Bloopers move so weird in 3D World, and it just completely threw me off because he stopped, and I ran right into him because I thought I was going to jump on him. If you get close enough, though, the flop just drops right on his ass, so... And then he gives me a hammer, and what he wants me to do is ride on this thwomp and hammer these bricks, which I think works, but I was a little afraid, so I'm like, I'm just gonna go down in the lava and use boxes to... I'm not sure how a crate survives on lava, but it does. You might remember, if you've been watching me for a while, the final 2019 level I beat was Hammer Suit with Crates. Was one of the craziest auto scroll levels that I've ever seen in my life, and it took me like 1,000 lives or something like that. I've also made a speed run where you have to crate in the lava. So you go down here. This stuff is actually pretty good. There's bombs that are gonna switch these switches, which I got actually stuck behind this guy for a minute. It was hard to hit him with my hammer. I'm like, shit. I hope I'm not stuck. I think I can hit that guy. There I go. I don't know how far this guy goes down the lava, so I don't want to chance it. We'll go over here. We do have a little safety in boxes. And I think about going down all the way. I'm not sure where I'm actually going at this point. Right now, there's nothing that can actually change the on-off switches, so I'm safe here. But if I go to the left a little, the bombs come out again. But I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I throw a box on the spike, and then I'm safe. And then I didn't quite make that one, but I can. And then we're done with that part. And then the level was already not good, but, you know, a Meowser fight with a fire flower, infinite fire flower. What's the point of this even? At least it's a small Meowser. At least it's only one Meowser. But that's the end of the level. Very easy. If you've watched this far, please give me a like, comment, subscribe. I would like to, you know, talk to anyone who wants to talk to me, please. We will see you again next week. Have a nice day.